Hi guys, today I'll show you how this FoodSaver vacuum sealer works. It's 16.3 inches wide, 4 inches in height, and 9.2 inches deep. It's 120 watts, and the cord length is 26 inches. There is cord wrap under the unit, and 4 tabs to keep the unit from moving around on your counter. This FoodSaver comes with 3 quart bags, 2 gallon bags, 1 11-inch by 10-foot roll, an accessory hose to be used with FoodSaver containers that are sold separately. The hose goes into the accessory port on top of the lid. Under the lid, there are instructions to make a bag and vacuum seal. Put the roll in. This is the cutter that you can use to cut bags of any size. Here's the removable drip tray and the sealing strip where the bag is sealed. The latch on the side can be moved to operate, store, or open. To clean, unplug and wipe off the gasket with warm soapy cloth if you need to. The upper and lower gaskets can be removed for cleaning if there's any food on them. The drip tray should be emptied after each use. It's top rack dishwasher safe, or you can wash it in warm soapy water. Dry it before putting it back in the unit. When you put the FoodSaver away, make sure to move the latch to store. There's a dry or moist food setting button that you can use with the type of food you're vacuum sealing. A seal button. Press it to create a seal when you're making a bag with the included roll or sealing something like a potato chip bag. Also use this button to stop the vacuum process and start sealing a bag. You would stop the vacuum process if you see the food is getting crushed. The vacuum and seal button. Press this and the vacuum process starts, and when it's finished, automatically seals the bag. This is the power light, which comes on only when you turn the latch to operate. No lights come on when you plug in the unit, so don't think it's dead when you first get it. I've put a link in the description below if you're interested in buying this unit. There are food preparation tips and storage guides in the manual. You can freeze meat, fish, fruits, cheese, nuts, coffee, soup, etc. If you're freezing vegetables, blanch them first before vacuum sealing. This manual will tell you what to freeze and what to refrigerate. You can even seal silverware. Just wrap it in a paper towel first. To make a bag, open the lid, pull out the amount you need, and slide the cutter back and forth to cut the bag. Flip the bag over and place it over the edge of the drip tray. Close the lid and move the latch to operate. Press seal. The red light will come on. 15 seconds to seal. When the light goes off, move the latch to open and lift the lid. After each use, wait for 20 seconds to let the unit cool. It's recommended that there be about 3 inches of space between what's in the bag and the top of the bag. Also, leave an additional inch for each time you plan to reseal the bag. To prevent wrinkles, try to flatten the bag as best as you can. You can also seal the end first and then pull it out, cut it, fill it with whatever you want, and just seal the top. This saves you a little time. Vacuum seal, it takes less than 45 seconds. Once you put the bag with food over the edge of the drip tray, close the lid and move the latch to operate. The lights will come on. Press vacuum seal. Once it's done vacuuming, it'll automatically switch to seal, the red light, and when it's done sealing, the seal and vac seal lights go off. Then you can move the latch to open and remove the bag. Fresh blueberries. It's a good idea to buy berries when they're in season. They taste better and are less expensive. Freeze them and pull them out to make muffins, smoothies, pancakes, and jam. This is one of the included quart bags. I've put fresh raspberries in. Raspberries are pretty fragile, so if you see that the juices are being squeezed up like this, you can always stop by just pressing seal. Blackberries. Vac seal. Press the seal button to stop the vacuum. No juices here and no crushed berries. If you want to seal a potato chip bag, press the seal button. It can be sealed many times as you open it. Just seal. Parmesan cheese. You can vacuum seal hard cheese but not soft cheese. Also, sealing mushrooms, onions, and garlic is not recommended. It just made it, but you see it's not even, and this is not quite an inch. So be sure to leave enough room when you seal anything. It takes a little bit of getting used to, because you see this side is a little too big and this side is not big enough. The seal itself is perfect though. Now if I cut this bag open, use some of the cheese and put the rest back, I won't be able to reseal it. So make sure to leave enough space for each time you plan on resealing. As you get used to this unit, you'll make the correct size bags and waste less of the roll. I usually freeze mangoes and overripe bananas in regular zip top bags like these. There's usually going to be some ice that forms on top of the fruit, especially if they've been in the freezer for many months. I'll vacuum seal 2 overripe bananas. If there's any wetness here, you've accidentally gotten some water here, just make sure you dry it before sealing. I'll try and post an update video in a month or two so you can see how all this vacuum sealed food looks. Water crackers. These bags are reusable, just make sure they're dry. Of course, don't reuse bags that held meat and fish. Bag seal. And then press seal when you want it to stop. Otherwise, the crackers will get crushed. So it just takes a few seconds for fragile things like crackers. One got crushed, but the rest are intact. Here's an example of a vacuum seal container of chicken wings that you can find at the grocery store. It's vacuum sealed, but you can see the chicken juice. If you watch my AnitaCooks channel, you know I do a lot of wing recipes, and there are wings in my freezer most of the time. I don't want chicken juice all over, so I found it's easiest to put the bag in a cup and fold it over. Drop the chicken in, wash your hands, and fold up the bag. There's no liquid on your hands. It's dry on top, so you'll get a good seal. With meat, I would leave a lot of room here because the juices, as you can see, tend to flow up and you don't want it to spill outside and into the tray. It's fine if it does, you can clean out the little drip tray, but I'd rather not do that. It's got a nice seal. And because you left enough room, you don't have any cleanup. The tray is clean. This is ground pork. You can see a little bit of liquid. This is a boneless leg of lamb I cut into cubes. There's no liquid at all, probably because after I washed the meat, I dried it well with paper towels before putting it in the bag. It's best to write the date and name on the bag so you know what's in here and how long it's good for. I also put the rest of the leg of lamb in a bag because I didn't have time to cut it up. You can vacuum seal any size of meat that'll fit in a bag. So far, I've vacuum sealed everything with the setting on dry. Now I'll try the moist function. I made 2 bags the same size and I'll put boneless, skinless chicken thighs in each bag. If you use the moist function, a lot of liquid will get pulled out of the bag. So with wet food, you can put a paper towel after meat. Any juices will be absorbed by the paper towel and not come out of the bag, so you have less of a mess. Also, when liquid comes out and touches the space where the bag is being sealed, the wetness could keep the bag from being sealed properly. Make sure the paper towel fits flat inside the bag. If you hold the bag down here, the liquid should stay in the bag and not come out of the bag. Moist and vac seal. There's juices going up here and up here. The seal is good though. The chicken was not very juicy to begin with, but it does have some juices. The unit stopped before any of the juices came out of the top here. Just make sure it fits the width of the bag. And the paper towel does have to be far down enough so that it's not going to affect the seal. Moist. The seal is good. I hope you can see this, but the paper towel is wet right here. And there are some spots of liquid over here. So you can use this method if you don't want the juices to go out of the bag and into the drip tray. It saves you from cleaning chicken juices and ensuring the seal is not affected by the liquid. There are no juices in the tray at all. The drip tray is completely clean. You can also partially freeze wet food first and then vacuum seal. If you're doing a lot of liquids and very wet foods, it's probably better to get a chamber vacuum sealer. They're expensive, but liquid will stay in the bag. With this FoodSaver, the liquid will come out of the opening. You can freeze liquids first in the bag by standing them up and then seal it. You can also put liquids into ice trays, freeze it, and then put the cubes into bags and seal. It is, of course, a little time consuming, but that's what you have to do when freezing things like broth. I saved the best for last, dessert. This is real New York cheesecake. If you want the recipe, subscribe to my AnitaCooks channel. I'll freeze a couple of slices for my family. I'm gonna freeze them individually, so I just need small bags. I didn't stop it. You see that the cheesecake is a little bit smushed. Only the front is a tiny bit smushed, but the rest of the cheesecake is still intact in one solid piece. And I stopped it. It's sealed nicely. So when you're vacuum sealing soft foods like cake, you really do have to watch and press the seal just after a few seconds. That last piece is for me to eat right now. The link to this FoodSaver is in the description section below in case you're looking to buy it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to get notifications of when I upload a new video, click on the bell icon and select all. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. Subscribe and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.